Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Marcelo Brozovic. According to our latest news from ever reliable Fabrizio Romano, it has been reported that Saudi Arabian giants Al Nassr are now very confident of signing the Barca target. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about this report claiming that FC Barcelona are likely to face Serie A heavyweight Lazio in the Joan Gamper Trophy. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, turn on the post bell notification so you always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona are going all out in the pursuit of Marcelo Brozovic as they look to sign the 30-year-old Inter Milan captain to replace Sergio Busquets. However, the La Liga champions find themselves with a big impediment in their way in the form of Al Nassr. The Saudi Arabian giants are intent on landing the Croatian international as well and have already proposed a lucrative contract offer to the midfielder. Now, despite Barcelona's attempts to convince him to snap a move to the Middle East, Fabrizio Romano is reporting that Al Nassr are very confident about closing the deal for Brozovic. The update from the journalist states that talks will continue between the two parties in the next hours and that Monday will be crucial for the advancement of the operation. Romano's update does, however, specify that the deal depends on the player's side, and reports earlier today suggested that Brozovic is leaning towards a transfer to Barcelona over a move to Al Nassr, despite the lucrative proposal on the table. However, a final decision is yet to be made and will depend on the next round of talks that are held, with the Saudi Arabian giants still remaining confident of their chances to get their hands on the 30-year-old midfielder. Inter Milan, for their part, are growing desperate to sell Brozovic and have slapped a 25 million euro price tag on their long-serving midfielder. Barcelona have no chance of matching the lucrative contract that Al Nassr can offer the Croatian international. However, they are hoping to convince him by selling their sporting project and the idea of playing for a prestigious club like Barcelona. The ball is now in Brozovic's court, and it is up to him to decide whether he chooses a prolonged stay in Europe for a fat contract or a fat contract in Saudi Arabia. Of course, Marcelo Brozovic continues to make headlines. Barcelona continue to monitor him as a possible replacement for Busquets in that DM role, which have been Xavi's top priority. Of course, after losing out on top targets such as Joshua Kimmich and Martin Zubimendi, Xavi is pushing for another target. Marcelo Brozovic is now the hottest target that Barca are putting their efforts to bring to Barca. Of course, this comes after the next best option in Sofian Amrabat was also rolled out after the player decided that Barca are not guaranteeing him anything like future registration, and the player, from the look of things, might go to Atletico Madrid. Of course, Marcelo Brozovic remains interested in both clubs. I can say so because nothing has been said and the player is still contemplated. Before Barca entered the race for this guy, he was more inclined to go into Saudi Arabia after this huge offer from Al Nassr. But when Barca entered the picture and showed how serious they are to bringing the player to the Camp Nou, he has not said any statement. And recent reports claim that he's more inclined to joining Barca than going for Al Nassr. But Fabrizio Romano is saying that Al Nassr are currently very confident that they will win the race for Marcelo Brozovic. Of course, this is not the first time that we have been linked with Brozovic. Even January last year and the summer last time out, Barca were always linked with him, but to no avail. And as it stands right now, Barca are going more seriously for the player as Sergio Busquets is normal, and so it is imperative to replace the veteran. Of course, as it stands right now, Barcelona can't be too sure that they will succeed in acquiring Marcelo Brozovic amid Al Nassr putting their effort, and they know very well that their offer that they have made for the player is already very tempting and it could lure him from Barcelona's hands to Saudi Arabia. But of course, Barca are now just praying and hoping that the badge, the quality of the club, the history, the reputation that Barca has is just the small instrument that can help the club, to convince Brozovic, because many players want to play in a top level club, the toppest level of clubs in the world, and Barca is one of them. Of course, he might relish that opportunity to play in one of the best clubs to have ever existed, as many players have always dreamed to play for that club, but it have never happened. Barcelona are presenting themselves that Brozovic, come and play with us, come and wear the Barca shirt that many players have been dying to play for, but they haven't been opportune to see. But from the look of things, we don't know how things will look like. So if he chooses Barcelona, it's about the reputation of the club. Of course, manager Xavi have called him, and of course, as you would expect, explain the details, the contract, the projects, and how things have been done in his own way at Barcelona. So it remains to be seen what things will be decided by the player and his agents in the near future. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. While the new season is still over a month away, Barcelona will begin their preparations in a couple of weeks as they reconvene for the pre-season on July 10. Close to 10 days later, the La Liga champions are scheduled to fly off to the United States of America for their pre-season tour, where they are set to play friendly matches against the likes of Arsenal, AC Milan, and Real Madrid as they prepare for the new season. The Catalan Giants are set to begin their campaign with an away game against Getafe on August 12th. Between their last friendly in USA and the start of the season, Barca will play another game, the traditional curtain raiser of the season for the Catalan club, the Joan Gamper Trophy. And according to Javi Miguel of AS, the La Liga champions will most likely face off against Lazio in the Gamper Trophy match on August 8th. It will be the first game that Barca will play at their new temporary home, the Montjuic Olympic Stadium, as they ramp up preparations for the defense of their league title. And they believe that a team of Lazio's quality who finished second in Serie A last season and will be playing Champions League football next season will help Xavi and his men get into the right rhythm of the new campaign. Lazio boasts some quality players in the ranks such as Sergej Savic, Alencio Romagnoli, and Ciro Immobile, while former Barca attacker Pedro could face his old team provided he renew his contract, which expires at the end of the month. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.